You don't have to know anything about stocks or anything about crypto to know that red equals bad, and a huge red bar equals hugely bad. Well, this was Trump's new meme coin today, dropping by 40 to 50% in the course of 30 minutes, therefore screwing over all of the loyal followers who bought in. I was in DC earlier today covering a rally, and these dudes were so hyped. They were like, Trump coin to $100, it'll make me rich. While we were having this conversation, one of them should have checked their phones because the exact opposite was happening. But just to lay the groundwork, I'll let you know why this dropped in 1 second. But I'd say there are three main groups of investors in this new Trump coin. There are the sharks, or the crypto bros, who invested a bunch of money up front because they're constantly monitoring the market. They know when new coins pop up and they immediately jump in. A lot of people are really addicted to this stuff. And I don't care what your vice is. If you're addicted to this, I don't care. And number two, they're the loyal MAGA followers. The Trump supporters who are so addicted to every single grift that he puts out that they're more than willing to put their money in his sneakers, his watches, his cards, his NFTs, and now his new cryptocurrency. And then three, perhaps the most vile group, are the insiders. 80% of this Trump stock is owned by insiders, people around Trump. We don't know who it is exactly, but Trump's LLC owns 80%. I'm just imagining, I don't know why, Vivek Ramaswamy. I feel like Vivek Ramaswamy is sitting there giggling because he's a big crypto bro, right? So I want to show you some of these clips of me talking to Trump supporters today in DC. We've got some really good stuff coming out where I asked them, hey, what do you expect in the next 100 days? You think that prices are going to go down? Is the Ukraine war going to end over the next 48 hours? We'll get to that. But let me lay the groundwork. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe to the Mockler channel. We're trying to get to 1 million, so double check to make sure you're subscribed. And this is where it all started. So 24 hours after Donald Trump releases his own meme coin, Melania Trump then follows, releasing a coin named ticker sign Melania. And if you don't know what a meme coin is, it's basically a cryptocurrency based off of some sort of cultural event or internet trend. It oftentimes has a way lower market cap than the other cryptocurrencies or even other stocks, but every once in a while, the market cap raises because the meme will go viral. Well, in this case, it is raised so high that Trump is now the newest billionaire. Crypto billionaire. He's now one of the top 20 richest people in the US, which he wasn't just 2 days ago, showing that this is the biggest grift ever. Let me run you down some of the facts. Buyers are receiving what essentially amounts to a digital playing card. And they say that it's supposed to symbolize a show of support, but a digital firm affiliated with the Trump org owns 80% of the supply. Trump has also promoted this project to his roughly 97 million followers on the social media site X, saying that this is how you show support. By Sunday evening, the total value of the Trump project had reached more than $67 billion. I mean, if we just want to take 67 times 0.8 to see, Donald Trump and that LLC have gained $53 billion, not including the transaction fees, which probably amount to another $20 to $30 million. We don't quite know at this exact moment. Now, this venture in particular underscored Trump's sharp turn from a crypto skeptic to a supporter as he looks to court the industry's generous political donations. Years after saying crypto was a scam, Trump tried to fashion himself as the first crypto president. In the same way that he said TikTok needs to be banned, he actually initiated the ban himself, and then he claimed that he saved TikTok. This dude has absolutely no guiding principles other than grift, make money, and try to secure my own legacy by playing to as many groups at once. All right, let's go back to the Melania coin that released today. This is another example of an absolutely disgusting grift, and I almost can't even put into words. Again, I can't even put into words how disgusting it is for a president-elect to use the hype of his inauguration that's coming up in 1 or 2 days. It was 2 days when he first announced this, to then pump a cryptocurrency that him and his cronies own the vast majority of the supply of. It's not just unethical. I don't even think dangerous is the term. I'm sick of saying that he's eroding norms. It's a new level of dumb fuckery that we have not seen before. And I honestly think that Trump is ruining what it means to be a US president by doing all of this absolutely corrupt shit. We're about to see the most corrupt administration in the history of the United States, and the Democrats don't even have the infrastructure to push back media-wise. But I digress. Let's keep moving on to what happened next. This says, look at this absolute shit show. Trump coin just dropped almost 40% in 30 minutes. This isn't just volatility, it's financial terrorism on the clueless morons who think this grift was ever legitimate. You bought a meme coin based on a guy whose entire brand is lying, scamming, and laughing at his own supporters behind their backs. Congrats, you played yourself. Let me spell it out for you. This is a textbook pump and dump scheme. Anyone in the comments know what rug pulls are? Pump and dump schemes? The insiders milked the hype, cashed out their millions, and left you holding the bag. You think Trump cares about you? The same guy who priced his NFTs at $99 and called them art, those NFTs are worthless now, he's laughing all the way to the bank while you cry into your worthless wallet. And here's the brutal truth. Crypto like this isn't just a scam, it's a national security risk. Foreign adversaries like Russia, China could buy into this garbage anonymously, manipulate the market, and fund their agendas, but it's even worse than that. They can use this to gain leverage over Trump. They can use it to curry favor with Donald Trump, who, let me remind you, is the most transactional president we have seen in the history of the United States. Jeff Bezos isn't sucking up to Donald Trump because he loves him as a human being. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't think Trump is incredibly cool and masculine. They understand how transactional he is. And so do our adversaries. Imagine you're a country like China or Russia, and you're trying to gain influence over a sitting US president, but you don't want to leave a paper trail. What's the easiest way to do into it? You could anonymously buy into Trump's meme coin massively. You could put billions and billions of dollars in there, and it's completely untraceable. It's fast and is perfectly designed to funnel money directly into Trump's pocket without any of the traditional oversight that happens. And this isn't just speculation at all, it's a really glaring vulnerability in the world of cryptocurrency. It's all completely decentralized, it's almost always anonymous, which means there's no stopping a foreign government or even private entities linked to those governments from buying massive amounts of Trump's coin, and suddenly they've gained leverage over him. And like I just said, once you gain leverage or once you put a bunch of money in there, Trump is so transactional that they can do anything with him. I don't want to draw any conspiracy theories, but I mean, this market cap grew incredibly quickly. There's a chance that China is buying into that, and Trump and China have some sort of little deal behind the scenes where it's like, hey, I'll allow you to get rich off of this cryptocurrency if you just pretend like I saved TikTok. You know, that whole TikTok thing is a stunt. We can talk about that in another video. It's all a complete stunt, but I think you guys know where I'd go with that. So it doesn't just compromise Trump. It doesn't just compromise our country. It compromises the entire future of the nation, and it's almost unthinkable that this dude is just blatantly doing this. And again, it dropped already. It already got rug pulled, and that was because of the new Melania coin. Someone tweeted out, Melania just cost Trump half his net worth and didn't even need a divorce. It's so effing true. Even Dave Portnoy said yesterday, and Dave Portnoy is like vaguely right-wing. I wouldn't call him total MAGA, but I'd say he's definitely vaguely right-wing. He voted for Trump. I have a dumb two-part question, says Dave Portnoy. What's the difference between the Hawk Tuah coin and the Trump coin besides nothing? Number two, can I string up my own coin now and tell people it's a Ponzi scheme from the jump and I'm going to rug pull at some point, and you better just hope you're out when I do, and that would make the entire thing illegal. And then, I mean, we didn't have to wait long for any sort of crash or any sort of rug pull, but let's see what these MAGA supporters said to me in DC today. What are you excited to see Trump do over the next week? Let's go short term.
Probably Trump coin go up to 100.
Really? You're okay with the Trump coin?
Yeah, bro, why not?
Something that worried me about that is that I'm pretty sure 80% of it is owned by him and his team as insiders. Definitely. And I've seen a lot of rug pulls happen.
It is a risk, but you know, sometimes you got to gamble for a good reward.
Yeah, that's true. But it's crazy. He's got 2 days until he's inaugurated, and then he launches the meme coin. I mean, these MAGA bros weren't going to be convinced either way, but just this dude is saying, get it to $100. And let's see, while we were having this conversation, it was still somewhere like around here. They're probably like 68. He probably thought it was going up to 100. Boom, it drops down to 43. And just to go back to what I was saying about how foreign adversaries can leverage this, imagine if a country like China, or it doesn't even have to be China or Russia, there's a bunch of countries that would love to see the US destabilized. Imagine they step in, they buy this coin en masse, they buy a ton of it, and they have a bunch of liquidity in it, and then they just liquidate all of it. Number one, it would tank the coin's value overnight, but it would also tank Trump's own worth overnight. It would destabilize his personal finances even more than it already has. It would create chaos. And do you think Trump would just concede like, well, they got me? Or would that give another country leverage? What if China didn't actually liquidate it, but they threatened Trump? They said, hey, we could liquidate it. Trump would be beholden to China in a million different ways. And like we already know that Trump time and time again has prioritized his own financial interests or the financial interests of fucking Dumb and Dumber, his sons, over the country's well-being. Time and time again, he has done that. He's used the presidency to bolster his own properties and business ventures. There's a million different scams that he has run on his followers. I could sit here for 10 minutes and list off all of the grifting, but this also just normalizes a new level of corruption within the US government that should never be acceptable in a democracy ever. Future presidents could now see this and think like, why not? Trump got away with it, and the onus is on us to hold them accountable now. You know, I'm actually pretty, after talking to all these Trump supporters today, after hearing how gleeful they were, I'm just a little bit pissed off, and I'm ready to push back harder than I ever have, because the timeline that we're currently in is genuinely unreal. The president-elect, soon-to-be president, is launching meme coins, but apparently that's not enough. His wife has to launch one too. Who the hell is buying Melania coin? What sort of value do you get out of this other than speculative fucking wealth? And then it's terrible. Listen to this. Trump has also explored executive orders that could streamline federal crypto regulation, such as by tasking agencies to study and remove legal barriers to the industry or clarifying the exact oversight roles of two federal financial regulators. And you know, clarifying their roles isn't bad, but what Trump has also talked about is naming or creating what they've already created, World Liberty Financial, which aims to offer crypto lending. Trump's sons, Dumb and Dumber, did I already make that joke? Let's do Beavis and Butthead. They will be owning this. They will be running World Liberty Financial. Meanwhile, Trump says he's going to turn America into the crypto capital of the world. Do you see the conflict of interest there? This family is going to become incredibly rich at the cost of other American citizens, of other people across the globe, and how does he get away with it? Every single time. How does this dude get away with it? All we can do is keep pushing back. I'm going to come up with new, creative, unique ways to push back by going out in the streets, by talking to Trump supporters, bringing Trump supporters in my new studio. All you have to do to support is just drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.